Welcome back to Speed. Technology, especially over the last 2 or 3 decades, has improved by leaps and bounds. And each new technology advance allows us to reinvent the way we do things, share information, do business, and certainly how we entertain ourselves. But some of you may have noticed that the way we live in our homes hasn't really changed that much. Speed's Timothy D'Souza examines the high-tech kit that may just take our homes through to the next technological frontier.
These days, it seems that society is often fighting to simply keep pace with technology. Mobile phones are a fine example. A decade ago, they were designed to do 2 things: make calls and send text messages. Today, however, our mobile is very much an extension of ourselves. Small LCD screens have been replaced with much larger touch screens. You can get your directions, keep up with your social media, read emails, and even pay your bills. Now compare that to your home. Has it changed very much? Maybe your television has gotten a bit bigger, your fridge more energy efficient, and your telephone no longer requires cords. But we essentially interact with our homes in the same manner that we always did. Why is this so?
In fact, because Singapore is small, the technology typically doesn't arise within Singapore, but it comes from the external. When the external is a lot different than Singapore, it won't necessarily mesh as well.
The conventional system, they have not been popular, although they have been around for many years. The main crippling reason is cost and installation requirement related to hard wiring. So with our technology, we remove these 2 crippling factors.
So how are these 2 crippling factors being erased? Just what kind of technology are we talking about? Phones become smartphones. Are our homes about to become smart homes?
This has been so since Thomas Edison invention the light bulbs. For the last 100 over years, we have been using this one. While this is adequate for basic functionalities, when you come to this 21st century where people are expecting more than this, you can't work with this one. What you require is a smarter switch, an electronic switch, such as this one. Okay? This one will provide you with the smart control of your home. So iHabitat provide that functionality. iHabitat system comprises of lighting control, air conditioning control, curtain control, and even audio equipment control. Okay. It also provides integration with other building equipment such as a security system, alarm system, and CCTV system and internet.
In case you missed it, the key word was integration. Smart home technology is the key that allows you to integrate the various technologies in your home within one single unifying system.
Very much the home is going to be linking technologies. It's a very natural process from a design principle viewpoint to develop things independently. Things that tend to have a significant function or a major function, they'll develop first because they create their own markets. But then when those markets get very competitive, you get multifunctional products. That's where you get integration that occurs.
The younger generation, I call them the iPad, the iPhone generation, they expect everything can be done around their iPhone or iPad or iPod. So iHabitat also provide that possibility. They can put their entire home on their iPhone. They can control their home from the iPhone or from the iPad or from their PC.
It is kind of like a Facebook with added widgets, in the sense that now we can have an iPad or an iPhone or a simple remote control to control everything from your entertainment system to your lights and air conditioning, and we can basically program certain scenes. Like, for example, if I were to do certain things every day, I would like to just hit a button and have the system automate that for me. If I wake up in the morning, I like to see my curtains open, right? So the system is able to draw the curtains open for me in the morning.
Imagine your Facebook newsfeed But instead of checking up on friends or colleagues, you use it to monitor your house, to check out what's happening at home, and even control what's happening.
Let's just even talk about healthcare there. Do I have to be in the home with whoever I'm taking care of, whether that be the child or maybe it's the parents, etc.? No, not necessarily, because I'll be able to control it and monitor it from a distance. That'll be very important. But all aspects of it will.
Even when I live in a small house such as this, it has given me the same kind of convenience that I can imagine would be even greatly appreciated in a big house. So if a person stays in a multi-story bungalow and he were to leave the house, it would be almost unimaginable for him to run up and down the stairs to check every room if the lights and air conditioning is off.
If you're still not convinced about the possibilities of a smart home, let's consider the one thing on which consumers do seem to love spending their money: entertainment. The problem we often face, however, is making it simple enough to operate in our homes. And you've guessed it, smart home technology has taken care of that too.
On this remote, there is a series of activities set up. One of it is called Watch a Movie. And when I click on this, it will then perform everything automatically for me. So what happens now is it has brought down my projector screen, it's closing my curtains, it turns on my aircon, and it has also brought up all of my amplifiers and my media center. In the center of the living room, there is also a small little light that it comes on at 10%, and that allows me to look for my popcorn and grab a remote or grab some drinks before I start my actual movie. This convenience has also allowed me to have my children and my mom or my wife to also use such a system, because a single button will then turn on everything in one go.
Until now, interlinked connected smart homes have not been embraced by the consumer because of
The main crippling reason is cost and installation requirement related to hardwiring.
Though this system seems to have unlocked that perceived block, smart home technology adoption is still very much in its infancy when compared to the mass adoption of smartphones. As much as technology shapes our lives, we as consumers still determine what technologies will light up our future and which will be ignored. One thing is certain though, the technology in our homes will eventually get a lot more connected.